line towards center field. And that's in there, a base hit. So the leadoff man is on here to get this one underway.
Well, first pitch of the game, a lot of guys on the mound are thinking, all right, let's just get ahead here with the fastball. And he was having none of it at the plate. Drives this one for a solid single to start things out.
Settling in now, Josh Donaldson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Runners off for second. A pitch out. The throw. And they still don't get him as he's in safely at second with a stolen base.
And this is all about a table setter at the top of the lineup doing his job perfectly. Gets on base to start the ball game. Now he's into second on the stolen base, and they're off to a fast start here early on.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. After it is Brantley. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. With that, here's a look at John Farrell's Boston Red Sox. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Gone! David Ortiz, a 2-run home run, and that gives the Red Sox a 2-0 lead.
Well, it's got to be getting near the point where they need to make some alternate plans with this guy up there. I mean, now that's his third home run in the series. I mean, what more do you need to see?
Here's Bryce Harper now.
The right fielder, number 30.
Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. The relay. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Well, you can say one thing for sure. They are swinging it like they mean it. That's 3 hits already in the first inning, and this one goes for 2 bases. They're having no trouble at all seeing this guy so far.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. Calgill is there, 2 down. Hanley Ramirez stands in with another first-inning RBI opportunity in store.
Yeah, and this has been an impressive first inning for these guys, and you know they'd love to tack one on here.
Skied into straightaway right. Calgill sprinting after it, and that retires the side. Well, the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. On to the bottom of the first at Progressive Field. It's now 2-0 Boston. Chris Sale, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, last year he had an ERA of about 3.5. Very consistent, and really he kept his ball club in the game every time he took the mound.
Rajay Davis comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Designated hitter, Rajay Davis.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Sale into the windup. Here's the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Steve, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Well, you got to chip away. You're down by 2 after the top of the first, and that doesn't guarantee they're not going to score more runs as this game goes along, but find a way to get yourself back in this game.
Stepping in, Francisco Lindor, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Eric Karros, this Red Sox ball club, entering play here tonight. They were the spoilers here on opening day as they took game 1 of the season on the road.
Yeah, but most of the folks below us weren't all that happy, but that was a good way to get your season off on the right foot. 1-0 sounds a whole lot better than 0-1, but there's a long way to go, no question about it.
And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, my man Larry, he's solid. Rarely do many people get upset with his calling of the strike zone because it doesn't really seem like he favors any one part of the zone more than another.
Got him. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Red Sox on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, Matty. Dustin Pedroia, for me, one of the best second basemen in all of baseball. Real grinder. Won multiple Gold Glove awards. One of the best hitting second basemen as well. He's a perennial all-star. Just one of the best all-around players in the game.
Michael Brantley gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, if these guys indeed want to get themselves a win here on the road, they're going to need a big pitching performance, and this has been a very strong first inning to this point.
Lofted in the air out to right field. Harper has a read on it. And that's the third out. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We move ahead to the top of the second now. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Indians nothing. Jackie Bradley Jr. makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Lifted the other way to left center. Brantley is under it. And that's the first out of the inning. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calgill giving chase. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. Blake Swihart into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. This is line to left. Brantley is there, and how about that? A 3-pitch inning as this side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Mike Napoli strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
First baseman, Mike Napoli.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Sale gets the sign. Here it is on 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Well, if you're going to beat this guy, it's probably going to have to be up. When he's at the knees like that or lower, especially with the fastball, he's tough to hit.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Yan Gomes gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fly ball to straightaway left. Bradley on the run. And that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Mookie Betts is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Scorched to third. Uribe's got it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Into the box, Josh Donaldson. He flew out in his last at-bat. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You talk about getting the bat head out in front. This is rifled up the middle. Can't square up a baseball any better than that.
Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Runners on the move for second. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left, his second of the game, as the Red Sox open it up even further. It's now 4-0.
Well, once this ball left the bat, there was absolutely no question. It had the height to clear the scoreboard. The only real question was it going to stay fair? And there's your answer as this one smacks right off the foul pole.
Bryce Harper walks into the box, reached base with a double his first time up. Into the windup and the pitch. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. So that long ball has taken him 1 away from the century mark in home runs for his career. Not a major milestone, but a pretty impressive number nonetheless.
Yeah, good for him. He's really shown some solid power so far in his career, and he's about to reach a milestone that quite a few major league hitters never reach.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Shot toward right center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
So far, he's throwing a lot of fastballs here early in the count, and these guys have picked up on that, so they're just going up there looking for the hard stuff, and they've been all over him.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. But this is speared by the first baseman. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Now batting, left fielder, Jackie
Bradley Jr. is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Hard hit ball towards the hole. In there, a base hit.
Boy, they are really sticking it to him right here. That's the 5th hit he's coughed up in this inning alone, and you got to believe that that leash is getting a little bit shorter with each passing batter.
Dustin Pedroia will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Action going on now in the Indians' bullpen as they have a left-hander up and getting loose. Squared that one up just a little late. Slapped hard the opposite way. Cowgill is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Indians nothing. Juan Uribe will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
They're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Sale has his target. First pitch on its way. And here is strike 1 called to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. Oh, and that is right down the middle for strike 2.
And I'll tell you, being in a 2-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
This is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Outside for a ball. 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Colin Cowgill will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Into the seats, 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Blake Swihart is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Almonte is there, and he has it for the first out. Mookie Betts will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Betts is going to turn for second. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
Well, these guys have been very aggressive on the fastball so far, and this is another example of it right here. You know, working the count is great and all, but if the guy's going to lay a fastball in there on the first pitch, no reason not to go after it, and he jumps all over this one.
Now a swing and a high fly ball. This one out to deep left center field. And my gracious, the merry-go-round continues. He's served up yet another home run. So a two-run shot to left center as this lead swells to 7-0.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long a home run as you're going to see.
T.J. House is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the fourth inning. Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw on to first will be there in plenty of time as the Ortiz shift works again. And there are two away now. Into the box now, Bryce Harper. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, and he jumped all over a first-pitch fastball in that at-bat and just drove it right out of here.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run home run. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Indians nothing. Rajai Davis will lead things off here with his guys down 7 in the early going. Steve Lyons, how do you come back from a deficit like that?
Well, I think slowly. I mean, yeah, ideally a 10-run inning would be great. But you've got time on your side. You don't need to try to get it all back at once. Just pack away. A couple runs here, a couple runs there. Get yourself into slam range. That's 4 runs down.
Sales ready. First pitch on the way. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third with a strikeout, and there's one away.
Boy, and in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
First pitch of the at-bat. Francisco Lindor is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. You know, that's more than the rest of these guys can say.
And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now. Michael Brantley digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Xander Bogaerts heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Cowgill ranging back. Gone! It's a solo shot for Xander Bogaerts as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it up there.
Now batting.
Here's Hanley Ramirez.
Hanley Ramirez.
In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. It's a solo shot for Hanley Ramirez as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
But as a pitcher, and especially as a relief pitcher, you got to have a short memory out there. Here, he gets burned again on back-to-back home runs. Not really what you want to do when you're coming out of the pen.
Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. Here's Jackie Bradley now, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Dustin Pedroia will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
Bradley runs. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Tag from Kipnis, and he's out at second base.
You want to talk about having a bazooka for an arm. After watching the jump, I thought he had this base stolen, but this ball is on the money with some steam on it. He's out by a pretty comfortable margin.
Hot shot on the ground to short, and that's through for a hit.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Standing in now, Blake Swihart, as he lines this one out to center. And that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
And this has been the bottom third of the order getting on base. They're the ones creating the scoring opportunity. Now it's going to be up to the top of the lineup to make sure it wasn't in vain.
Mookie Betts ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Digging in now, Josh Donaldson. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. He's set. Here it comes. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So a 3-run shot to left center, his second home run of the game, as this lead got even wider.
Well, as an offense, you always wish that you could bottle whatever you've got going right now and take it into all your games. Whatever it is, sometimes guys just feed off one another. They start thinking, well, hey, if this guy can hit a home run and then he hits a home run, when I get up there, maybe I can hit a home run too. And now that's 3 home runs they've struck for in this one inning.
Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. And that's in there, base hit.
Even though this ball gets to the wall, I think it's still the right decision to stay at first. The way this was shaping up, I'm not so sure he was going to make it, so he'll just hold on with a loud single.
Here's Bryce Harper now. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. A 2-run home run here for Bryce Harper. His second of the game as they just continue to pour it on here. Bryce Harper has just clubbed a milestone home run. It's the 100th of his career.
Well, it's obviously not easy hitting home runs, Matt. That's why the best power guys are so popular. I suspect this one feels a little extra special, but I'm sure he'll keep things in perspective. He's not a threat to any record just yet.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. As he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. But he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game. And it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one. So he's definitely locked in.
Here's Jackie Bradley now.
Jackie Bradley.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
And if you're going to work away with a two-seam fastball, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. Here, as you can see, he starts it on the corner. So you know what's going to happen. It's going to leak right back out over the heart of the plate. And that's a mistaken location, pure and simple.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. Hot shot towards the hole. And that's in there. Base hit. Around third, here's Bradley in full flight. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
And they have definitely blown the lid off of this inning now. That's 10 runs that have come in to score. And they've put this one well out of reach.
Blake Swihart steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy. And it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Here's Pedroia on his way home. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first.
Make it 18 runs home now, and this has been an absolute drubbing. And it might not be over yet.
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts stands in, looking to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Line drive to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. But not before things change dramatically as they explode for 11 here to really open things up. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Red Sox lead it 18-0. Mike Napoli will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And Napoli can't connect there as that's by him for strike 2. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. A solo home run for Mike Napoli, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind.
Well, with the hole that they've dug themselves here early in the ballgame, it's definitely going to be a long road back. But we've seen stranger things happen, and who knows? Maybe we'll look back on this home run as the one shot that got the huge comeback started.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike 1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
That's the way you want to see guys respond after giving up a home run. You know, some guys, they go into a shell, they hang their heads. Some guys get a little gun shy, they start to nibble at the corners. This guy, he gets teed off, and he comes right after the next guy in the lineup. If I'm a pitching coach, that's what I want to see.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. First pitch here is softly hit down the line to third. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Third baseman, number 7, Juan.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Juan Uribe. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. 1 run, just 1 hit. No errors to this point for the Indians. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So it's 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left on base. 5 innings complete. Boston's out in front, 18-1. Kyle Crockett will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here.
Crockett.
Josh Donaldson will stand in as he'll lead things off for the Red Sox in their half of the sixth.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
Liner toward right center, and this inning starts with a solid base hit.
Man, these guys have been aggressive here early in the count. Some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start an at-bat, and sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
David Ortiz will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Shot back up the middle. Almonte has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Bryce Harper stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Kipnis on to Napoli, and they get 2 here to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing for Boston, but you can forgive them as they still hold an enormous lead. Abraham Almonte will come in now to start things out here in their half of the sixth as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Boy, he is just wearing guys out with that 2-seam fastball. I don't care if it's inside, outside. He's really hitting his spots well.
Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
Fielder number 4, Colin Cowgill.
Colin Cowgill is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
Designated hitter,
Rajay Davis will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Grounded back up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
The batter,
Francisco Lindor will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. And boy, big problems here to start this at bat. It's 0-2 now.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. And another foul ball. Sales sets. Here's the 0-2. 0-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. On the move is Betts. And the inning is over. 1 left for the Tribe. And as you can see, they are way behind. Back here in Cleveland, this one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Xander Bogaerts will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. But an atom bowl right to him for the first out.
up next for the Red Sox, first baseman,
Hanley Ramirez comes forward now, and he's got to be feeling pretty confident, having already launched 2 balls over the fence in this one.
Now, there's no doubt he's feeling it in this one, Matt. He's getting good pitches to hit and then just letting it rip.
Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. And this will find the wall out near the Cleveland bullpen. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
the left fielder, number 25, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Ready now, Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Here comes Ramirez around third. And the run is in to score from second. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
And that's 19 runs they've put up so far, and the way they're swinging the bats, there's no end in sight.
Dustin Pedroia steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
First pitch on its way. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Hard liner toward short. And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second.
And with that, they're up to an even 20 runs now in the game. And I'll tell you, I like high-scoring ball games as much as the next guy, but enough is enough already. Call off the dogs, man.
Dan Otero will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Otero.
Blake Swihart will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Well, you know he's feeling good at the plate, so he's already got 2 hits in this game, looking for another one.
That's in there. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
And you know the hitting coach right now is sitting in that dugout pumping his fist because that's what he's preaching all day, every day. Hit the ball up the middle, hit it hard.
Here's Mookie Betts. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. And the run is in to score from third.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. In the pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
Line to the right side. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure they were going to send him on that ball. This was hit awfully hard, but they decided to roll the dice and take a chance to score him, and it's going to wind up paying off.
David Ortiz will dig in looking for more. Already 4 RBIs to this point.
Well, he's getting that great chance to drive in runs, and he's taking advantage of it.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. Michael Brantley will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far.
Just getting under it right now. See if you can make an adjustment and keep that top hand strong this time.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Boy, Michael Brantley certainly has blossomed into one of the elite players in this league. He's a good all-around talent, and in 2014 was really his coming-out party.
Throw by Pedroia will be in time, and there's your first out.
Now batting.
Mike Napoli comes forward now. A home run in his last at-bat.
Remember that he hit a changeup, so it will be interesting right here to see if they just stick with hard stuff.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ground ball right side. Backhanded on to first, and there were 2 down.
The second baseman, number 22,
Jason Kipnis will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit on the ground to short. Bogaerts has it, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Indians go down 1-2-3, and they remain well behind. Jeff Manship will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Bryce Harper will lead things off here for Boston. Xander Bogaerts due to hit next. And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Almonte ranging back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Well, you know he's got 1 home run already, and I think off the bat right there, he was pretty sure he got another one. But you can see this ball's going to wind up just a little bit short as it kicks off the wall, and he's going to have to settle for just a 2-base hit this time.
Drilled to the right side, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
That's RBI number 3 for him in the ball game right there. Thought he might have a shot at 4, but that second runner winds up holding on at third base.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Jackie Bradley Jr. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field. And this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left as this lead got even wider.
And I tell you, what's impressive about this swing in this weather, when it's this cold, you really got to get a hold of one if you're going to take it the other way in this ballpark. That's pretty darn impressive right there.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. Hit hard towards second. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, one pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
Stepping in now, Blake Swihart. Shot towards second. And a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by.
Boy, he has really taken a pounding out there. That is 6 hits he's given up in just this inning alone. And what are they waiting for, man? You've got to get this guy out of there.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Barehanded for 1. On to first. And how about that double play? Wow.
Well, that's just made to order right there. 2 hops to short, easy pivot. Not a lot of heat at second base. That's just a pretty routine double play.
And good contact there as this is hit high and deep to right center. Almonte is there and he puts it away to stop. Yan Gomes will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Koji Uehara will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. But this will land untouched. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Now batting.
Juan Uribe stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Uehara looks in. Here's the first pitch. Couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
And this has been his problem all night long. Just keeps going after pitches that he should be watching.
And Uribe can't make contact that time. 2 strikes now. Here it comes. Protecting with 2 strikes. Went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. 0-2. Here it comes. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Abraham Almonte will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and It literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. And welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Brian Shaw will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. David Ortiz stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one. High in the air out to center field. Almonte is there to make the catch, and a break there as Ortiz is retired on just 1 pitch. Bryce Harper is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Brantley on the move. 2 down. So standing in, Xander Bogaerts. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman
Hanley Ramirez stands in for his 7th at-bat now, and he's been terrific so far with 4 hits already to his credit.
Oh, that's a great game for sure, but the fact that this is the 7th at-bat is pretty crazy. What's going on?
Now here's a shot out toward the gap in right center. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay to the plate. And he is in there. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in again, and his at-bat back in the 8th was certainly a big moment in the ball game. A 3-run home run that helped us get to where we are now. And that's in there, base hit. Here comes Ramirez around third. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
A really good at-bat here as we watch it again. Look, he finds his pitch, drives it right back up the middle, and with 2 away, that runner doesn't have to hold up and make sure it drops. He's moving on contact, and he's going to wind up scoring easily.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. Lined hard toward right center. Almonte is going to have room out there as he puts. Colin Cowgill will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average. So you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Joe Kelly will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Bradley on the move. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Well, one thing we can say about this game, neither team's been afraid to swing the bat. I mean, here we are this late into the ball game, and we still haven't seen our first walk.
Craig Kimbrell will come on here. Not a save situation, but he'll try to close it out nonetheless. Rajay Davis is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one.
You want to talk about a live arm? This guy's got one all right.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Well, he just hasn't looked comfortable all night long.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the 2nd out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Francisco Lindor will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Kimbrel pauses. Here's the first pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Taken, called, strike 2. And now they're down to their final strike tonight. Boy. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Yeah, this is one that wasn't exactly keeping you on the edge of your seat. But if you're a fan of offense, then you had to enjoy it. And they get the victory here by a double-digit margin.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Hanley Ramirez. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But serving as anybody.